Hey, AP Scholars. We're going to do more Recursion 1, and I think we got countHi2 is the next one we're going to be doing. countHi2 is a really big one. So here's the problem. So we're given a string as a parameter. I'm calling it str, or maybe they did. And we're going to compute recursively the number of times a lowercase hi appears in the string. However, pardon me, do not count the highs that have an x immediately before them. Well then, that's going to be a tricky one. And you can see by the length of my solution, it's possible that this will be fairly large. I have a helper method that I've built here. It's actually, I guess, not like a object-oriented helper method exactly, but just a little method to help this along. To do the test to see if it's a high or it's, I guess, an invalid high, or it's not a high at all. So I just called that helper. So we'll just take a look at helper for a second. I send it the first three characters of the string. Is that right? Maybe the last three? I think I'm going backwards through it, actually. Whoa, sorry. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'm going backwards through it. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. And so I take a look at that. Oh yeah, I guess the reason I'm going backwards through it is because I don't know if this is absolutely necessary, but I'm looking for sort of high with an X in front of it. So I'm looking at sort of this one, and then I'm going to look at this one. I mean, if I find it, then that's great. I can deal with that. But yeah, I want to basically go backwards so I can check that X on the front. And I don't know. You can probably do it either way. So what I'm doing is I get the last three characters. I call it test, and then everything else is the rest. And so I send test to this helper, which decides if there's a high in it or not. So I take a look at the front of it, which might have, this is just like the last three letters, right? So I look at the front of the last three letters, and I look at the back of the last three letters, and then I check to see if we have a high and not an X in front of it. And if that's true, I return 1, and otherwise I return 0. So there's my helper test. My base case is, and I guess I should say then I recursively send the rest, which I've chopped up using substring, to the recursive call. So then it takes a look at the rest of it. So let's see, length minus 1. Yeah, so then I send like this much to the recursive call. So then I can check these three characters when I am, do my next test. And the base case is when I get to 2 characters, then I can just say, is there a high there? Because I'm just at the last 2, right? So there's no X in front of it. So if there's a high, I return 1. And if I am at less than 3, and I didn't return 1 just now, then I return 0, because either I'm at 1 or I'm at 2 and there's no high there, because otherwise I would have returned here. So that's how I do my base case. Yeah, that's a tricky one, hey? That's a beastly question. I like that. I guess I do like the breaking up into a second method. Notice you can do that in coding that, just to keep this code a little bit simpler, because otherwise, what a mess. It's just like kind of a crazy mess. This isn't a recursive part of it. It's just me checking it and doing this code here, and then calling the recursion. So yeah, that's my technique, and I hope that helps you. And yeah, good luck and good night. There's one more to do. Still got to do the last one, but maybe you're done for the night. So I'll see you later. Bye.